After starting a full-time job for the first time in my life at the age of 30, I finally understand how precious weekends are. And needless to say, long weekends are when you have to seize the opportunity to explore your surroundings. After all, I just moved to Australia and there's so much I want to see. Over the Easter weekends, my wife and I went on a 4-day road trip where we drove more than 500 kilometers up north from Sydney, and we definitely had our fair share of adventure. So stay tuned to be a part of this journey and have a glimpse of what this beautiful country has to offer.
Hey guys, what's up? My name is Bernard and welcome to the channel. So after more than 230 kilometers of driving, we are finally here at our first stop of the road trip, which is Birubi Point. We are in the Anna Bay area, and apparently this area is popular for its beach and the sand dunes that is behind us. So people come here for 4-wheel drive activities, sandboarding, or to ride the dune buggy. And it's also popular for horse rides and camel rides, I think, but so far I don't see any of them around. So yes, let's go check out the area. Okay, so we decided to go for sandboarding. It's $35 per person for an adult, and it's $30 if you're a student. So I'm going to show my student card. Hopefully we can get a student rate.
20 years ago.
Yeah, so my student card is quite old. And it's a Singapore student's card, so I'm not sure whether it's going to work here. But she has a Australian student card, so maybe when we go together, I might pass off as a student. Okay, so we swapped over to the GoPro, so there might be a drop in audio quality and image quality. So, but do you guys even care? Anyways, we're gonna go sandboarding, but look, it started drizzling and Paula said to just go ahead with it, so here we are going ahead with it.
To get to the sand dunes, we have to take a 4-wheel drive to get to the sandboarding area, and it is included in the $35 price.
So as you can see, the sand dune is quite huge, and if we snowboard down from the, sandboard down from the highest point, it is quite a journey down. Okay, our first attempt going down, and we're gonna start with a small slope first. Okay, let the girl lead by example.
Wow.
Whoa. Okay, Paula, your turn. Just lean back. But no, don't lean back too much. Don't lean back.
Unsurprisingly, I fell down on my first attempt as well. As the day progressed, we experienced fall after fall after fall. Thankfully, I managed to get the hang of it after a while. Unfortunately for Paula, she ended the day without being able to master the skills of sandboarding.
The tiring part is climbing back up.
Let's go. We're going to the very top.
Okay, so now we're gonna try sliding down from the highest point of the sand dune. And we're gonna go all the way down there. Sitting down, of course, not standing up. Oh my god! It's day 1 of the road trip and I already have sand all over my body. I'm supposed to still keep wearing these pants and this jacket for the next 4 days.
You only have one pair of pants.
Okay, so the original plan was for us to finish sandboarding and then head to Tomari Mountain to hike. I guess I was a little ambitious when planning the itinerary, but I did not expect the sandboarding to take up so much time and require so much energy, and to be honest, we are now quite exhausted. So we're just gonna grab lunch and cancel off all afternoon plans and continue our road trip because there is still a lot of driving to do today.
I can't look at you because I have to focus on the road.
Okay, so the last stop for today is Tacking Point Lighthouse at Port Macquarie area. And the main purpose of me coming here is because I want to fly my drone.
When I was filming this, I did not notice the people in the background, and I was about to have a small taste of what it's like to be a YouTuber.
Specifically, my FPV drone. But there's a lot of people here, so I'm going to try to find a safe spot where I could take off and fly it without hurting anyone.
Guys, we love this channel. It's the best.
Really? Are you sure you got the right person to do it?
I think so.
Do you remember his YouTube name? What was it? It was like...
I don't exactly remember, but I like to remember seeing your face.
Yeah,
I'm
well...
quite surprised because I have a very small following.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's fine.
No.
We recognize small heroes.
Really?
He saw you like...
Anyways, this was a really cool experience, and I really want to thank everyone that has been supporting this channel. It's a tough thing to do, but one of the reasons I persevere is because of the kind comments I get from you guys. Anyways, without further ado, here's a short snippet of my FPV flight.
What do you think of this place?
I like this place. It feels like Bali.
I think it's a nice place. I wouldn't say you have to come all the way here because it's a long drive from Sydney to check this place out. But if you're in the area, you should come and see it. Okay, so objective of coming to this place is achieved. Now we're gonna go check in our accommodation.
It's been a while since we stayed in a dorm of a hostel, but to save money, that's what we did. Also, I realized that I've been mispronouncing Port Macquarie after this trip, so apologies for all the times I'll continue to do so for the rest of the vlog.
Okay, so we just checked in and I'm gonna end the video here and we'll continue the adventure tomorrow. So it's day 2 and the road trip adventure continues. So for a start in the morning, we are at Sea Acres National Park. And the objective for coming to this place is to spot some wild koalas. I looked up online and Port Macquarie is one of the best places to spot wild koalas, so fingers crossed we get to see some.
One thing to note is that this place is not open 24/7. Also, you have to pay an entrance fee to get in.
In case we don't spot any wild koalas, there's a very colourful one here. After 40 minutes or so walk, we are back out and unfortunately, we did not see any koalas. Actually, we bumped into someone that's a wildlife spotter and he was telling us that of the 15 years he's been here, he has only seen 2. So I guess you should not come here if you're trying to spot koalas. Since our plan to spot wild koalas failed, we are currently here at the Koala Hospital. I guess it's going to be a surefire way to spot koalas when you're here in Port Macquarie. So we're just done with the Koala Hospital. What do you think of it?
Yeah, the koalas are so cute, but they have a sad story each.
So yes, I would totally recommend checking out this place. And the best part is that it's free. I'm actually quite surprised. I thought they will ask for a small entrance fee to support the hospital, but they don't actually ask you to do that. So that's a bonus if you're a budget traveler like me.
But you can always make some donations.
Yeah, but you can always make donations. And now we're gonna continue driving up north to Southwest Rocks. That's where our accommodation is for tonight. We have arrived at our accommodation for the second night and this will be our view. So let me show you where we'll be sleeping. So it is here, right where Paula is standing. And yes, it is a campground. So because we didn't book our accommodation in advance, the campground is our only option left. But I don't mind that, and let me tell you why in a bit. Oh my god guys, check it out. Wild kangaroos! Right where we are sleeping. Oh, he's itchy.
At the point of filming this video, it was our first time seeing wild kangaroos in Australia, so you can imagine our excitement. It was not until a few trips later where we realised how common they actually are and understand why they are commonly associated with Australia.
Let me now tell you, and even maybe show you why I don't mind camping today, is because we upgraded our tent. Or not really upgrade, but because we bought a much bigger tent. It's not as good as our small hiking tent, but we bought a very big one for comfort for trips like this, where the campground is very close to the car park. So now we're gonna set it up, and hopefully it is as easy to set up as our Nemo camping tent. Okay, let's see how long that took. That took 38 minutes to set up. So it's not exactly tough or complicated to set up, but because of its sheer size, I would recommend 2 people or more to set up. And because of its height, it's 1.8 meters. If the winds are strong, I think it's going to be super tough to set up. Anyways, it's starting to drizzle, so I guess we are going to test out the weatherproof capabilities of this new tent. For some perspective, this is $170 and my Nemo tent is almost $500. So yeah. So let me quickly run through the key differences between our old tent and this tent. So for starters, there is this awning, so we can potentially sit in this area with our camping chairs under the sun. Previously, when we set up our camping chairs outside the tent, in the afternoon it was burning hot. And we also have this small little area that we could sit, so we could potentially sit in the shade even with just a tent. And the other key difference is that this tent has space for 4 people instead of 2. My other tent is a 2-person tent, this is a 4-person tent. And the third difference is that in the center of this tent, it is 1.8 meters, 1.85 to be specific. So 1.85 meters tall, so potentially I could stand up straight in the tent. In my other tent, I could only sit up straight. I definitely could not stand, so it was tough to get dressed inside. So this is honestly more towards glamping than camping. Oh, we didn't bring our table. So this is honestly more towards glamping over camping. Like I said, this tent is meant for when we are going to campsites that are right next to the parking lot, because the weight of this tent is more than 8 kg. So as you can see, the wallabies are hanging out right next to where our tent is, and it's very cute and all, but they are also shitting all over the place, so it stinks. And whenever we walk to our car, whenever we walk to the toilet, we have to be very careful of the landmines that they are setting behind. In my excitement of seeing our campground and the wallabies, I might have forgotten to mention where we are. So we're at Trail Bay Gold Campground. Hopefully I pronounced that right. I'll put it in text somewhere. And we are in Southwest Rocks. The campground here is actually pretty nice. It's right in front of the ocean. And there is a toilet. And the toilet has all sorts of facilities, like I wouldn't say all sorts of facilities, but we have shower facilities and clean toilets. So yes, that's always a nice thing to have, even when you're camping.
To end of the day, we just enjoyed the amazing sunset by the beach. This video is starting to get a little too long, so I'll show the rest of the trip in a second video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and don't forget to subscribe to stay tuned for the next. That's pretty much it for today. It's a wrap.